All right, I just want to talk real quickly about why pickup artists get fat. Okay, and this is a common problem in the pickup community, and it's something that might happen to you once you become successful at attracting beautiful women into your life. And this is something that I've seen happen with almost every successful pickup artist that I've ever met. Is once they get good at pickup and they get good at attracting young beautiful women into their lives, they tend to get fat. Okay, and they really just tend to let themselves go. And this is a really dangerous habit, because the thing that you'll realize about pickup is one of the starting realizations that you will make once you've done enough approaches is you will come to the sickening realization that it was never about your looks and it was always about your game. Okay, you will come to the realization that your entire life you've been worried about your looks and how you looked and how jacked you were, thinking that was what attracted the girl, when really at the end of the day it's all about your looks. Okay, and this is something that a lot of guys don't realize until they've done enough approaches and they're in the game long enough that young beautiful women, or any woman for that matter, could care less how you look. It's always about your game. Okay, it's always comes down to how good your game is. And once you fix that problem and you get good at game and you start attracting young beautiful women into your life, no matter how you look, it becomes very hard to care about your looks, if that makes sense. Okay, it becomes hard because whether you want to admit it or not, a large portion of why you're taking care of your looks, why you're going to the gym, why you're eating healthy, is so that you could be more attractive to the opposite sex, to young hot girls. But once you realize that it's all about your game and your looks have nothing to do with it, it becomes very hard to keep motivating yourself to actually go to the gym and actually eat right and actually take care of yourself. Because once you get enough reference experiences where you're going out there and you're just gaming girls like crazy and you've just got solid game and girls are just pouring into your life and you can't even make enough time in your schedule to date all of them, when you're getting to that point and you're realizing I could look like a complete slob, I could be 500 pounds overweight and none of this matters, it just keeps coming back to my game. Once you come to that realization, like I said, it becomes very difficult to motivate yourself to eat right, to go to the gym, to work out, to take care of yourself. And then you just kind of start letting yourself go and you end up getting fat. And you will notice that with every successful pickup artist you see on YouTube. You could see their earlier videos where they were skinny, and then you could see their later videos where they got good and they just became fat slobs. Okay, they just became gross, disgusting, fat slobs. And I even know a few pickup artists who just wanted to see how gross and fat and disgusting they could become and still go out there and pull the same amount of women with just their game alone, and they were able to do it. They were still successful with the same level of women, even becoming this fat, disgusting slob. And basically what it's telling them is it's just feeding more into the theory that it's all about your game and your looks really have nothing to do with it. No matter how bad looking you are, no matter how short you are, no matter how fat you are, with game, you could talk all of that away. You could talk all of it away with game. I'm in LA, even when I was in San Francisco, I've got a couple of my wingmen look like they could be male models. I mean, literally, these guys are tall, they're jacked, they just look like they could be in GQ. And whenever we would enter a venue, of course, where would the girls' eyes go? It would go immediately to my wingman, because these are good looking guys. They would immediately zone in on my wingman like, who are you? And I mean, to a point, it used to, piss me off. I'm like, ugh, it used to aggravate me. But generally, within a few minutes, once I start talking, I could talk his looks away, right? If I had a chance to talk to the girl, I could quickly talk away his looks, and the girl's attention would drift off of him and then just kind of land on me. So her attention would go from him to me just based off of my game. Because obviously I could not compete with him on looks, but because I have game, I'm able to talk away his looks, okay? And I can talk away my own looks. And that's something you could do. You could talk away your own looks. If you're not tall enough for the girl, if you're not, jacked enough for the girl, or whatever excuse she might have, you can easily talk it away with game. Okay? And speaking of looks, I mean, in most cases, like 99% of the girls you meet out there, they're just not like guys, okay? They're not focused on your physical appearance. Like, they don't emphasize upon it as much as we do. As guys, that is like the determining factor whether or not we're gonna have sex with a girl, right? She has to be hot, she has to be cute. She can't be 500 pounds. Otherwise, we're not gonna have sex with her, we're just not gonna wanna do it. Where girls are not motivated by how good you look, okay? Because I'm in LA now, I see very, very great looking guys that get rejected all the time. By girls that I'm able to easily game within minutes, and I don't even have their looks. How am I able to do that? Obviously, it's not about looks, right? It's about game, and you will come to that realization too. Now, obviously, there's that 1% of girls out there that, she just needs to have that tall, jack guy, and she's not gonna settle for anything less. And I've met girls like that too, but even girls like that can be gamed. Okay? I mean, with good game, there is not a single female out there that I don't believe you can get into your life, okay? With solid game, I mean, the sky's the limit, and that's really, really true. And the problem is, when you come to that realization, as I've said, where it's all about your game and has nothing to do with your looks, it becomes very easy to just let yourself go and become, a fat ass, where you stop taking care of yourself and you stop watching what you eat, and you become, you kind of start buying into your own hype and thinking like, you don't even need to, why take care of yourself? It's all about your game. That is a point in time in your game where you really, really need to almost kind of nudge yourself and remind yourself that, it's not about women, it's about you. Okay, it's not about women, it's about you. You still have to stay on your path and purpose as a man. And this is a part of having a polarity. Okay, something I talked about in previous training video. This is part of having that masculine polarity, is staying on your path and purpose as a man and not getting distracted no matter how many attractive women you're suddenly bringing into your life. You still have to have those boundaries as a man, and you still have to stay on your path and purpose as a man, and realize at the end of the day, it's not about hot women, it's about you. It's about your life. Because once you start letting yourself go with your weight and your eating, and you stop going to the gym, it's kind of like a ripple effect where it starts to affect other areas of your life. So right now it might start with your weight, and then it will start kind of leaking into your finances, your money, your job, and you'll start just kind of letting things go there. Because when you're getting hot women into your life and you're having sex with hot women, you almost start to shift into this kind of like short-term mating strategy mentally, where you're just kind of living day to day and you're not thinking about the future anymore, because you're really getting what you want finally out of life, something that you've been craving for your entire life. And then you kind of sink into that lower conscious state of mind where you stop caring. And it's a very dangerous place to be as a man, is when you stop caring, because you stop caring about your health, you stop caring about your finances, you stop caring about your job, you stop caring about your family, your friends, because you're getting so many hot women into your life. It just becomes easy to stop caring. But really, again, that's where, just to use an old expression, that's where you have to man up, right? You have to man up and stay on your path and purpose as a man, and not get distracted by the amount of hot girls that are suddenly coming into your life. All right, so that's why you see a lot of successful PUAs, especially on YouTube, just become complete fat asses, just completely let themselves go. And you're like looking at the guy like, man, this guy's looking whack now. How's he possibly still getting these women? He's still getting these women because, again, it's all about your game and it's not about your looks. But it's at that point that you reach in game where you're finally getting those attractive women into your life and your game is solid, that you really, really have to remind yourself that, hey, you still have to stay on your path and purpose as a man. You have to take care of yourself physically, financially, mentally, and spiritually, okay? No matter how many super hot girls are coming into your life, you have to take care of yourself, and you have to be responsible, okay? Mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Those 4 key areas of life that I teach you guys about, no matter how many hot girls are coming into your life. So that's why these PUAs are getting fat. And that's how you avoid getting fat once you become successful at pickup. Again, it goes deeper. It goes a lot deeper from them just getting fat, and it will go a lot deeper for you than just getting fat, because again, this is going to leak in to other areas of your life that can potentially affect your overall well-being. Okay, so no matter how many young hotties are coming into your life, don't fall off your path and purpose. It's a very, very dangerous place to be. It's happened to me, and I've seen it happen to many, many successful pickup artists. So I'm just forewarning you, when you reach that level, or if you're at that level now, be very, very careful that you don't let any of these hot girls who come into your life pull you off your path and purpose as a man.